Hi friends, welcome to Pharmacology. So today's video is regarding some important disease conditions and their definitions. Adrenal atrophy means shrinkage of the adrenal gland leading to lower physiological activity. Agranulocytosis is a drastic reduction in the WBC count, that is a white blood cell count. Akathisia is a condition where the patient presents with restlessness and agitation. Albuminuria means abnormally large quantities of the protein albumin in urine. Allergic conjunctivitis is the inflammation of the conjunctiva caused by an allergic component. Allergic rhinitis includes hay fever, inflammation of the nasal pathways. Alopecia means hair loss. Alzheimer's disease is the progressive deterioration of cognitive functions. Amnesia means memory loss following brain damage or trauma. Anal fissure is a tear in the skin of the anal margin. Angina is a thoracic pain caused by lack of oxygen supply to the myocardium. Aplastic anemia means reduction in the blood count of all formed elements of blood caused by failure of the bone marrow. Ascites is the accumulation of fluids in the abdomen. Asthenia means loss of energy. Asthma is a respiratory condition caused by constriction of the bronchi, which leads to recurring episodes of paroxysmal dyspnea and wheezing. Ataxia means inability to coordinate movements. Atherogenesis is the development of plaques along the lining of arteries. Athlete's foot is caused by tinea pedis. It's a fungal infection of the foot commonly presenting between the toes and on the soles. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD is a condition characterized by poor concentration and inability to maintain attention, hyperactive state. Autism is a mental condition characterized by abnormal social relationships, speech problems, compulsive behavior. Basal cell carcinoma is a malignant tumor in the epithelial cells of the skin. Benign prostatic hyperplasia is a non-malignant condition caused by enlargement of the prostate gland. Bradycardia means heart rate less than 60 beats per minute. Bronchitis is the inflammation of the mucous membranes in the tracheobronchial tree. Bronchoconstriction is the constriction of the bronchi resulting in narrowing of the respiratory airways. Bronchospasm means acute narrowing of the respiratory airways caused by an abnormal contraction of the smooth muscle in the bronchi. Candidiasis is an infection caused by Candida species. Capsulitis is the inflammation of the capsule usually occurring in the shoulder. Cardiomyopathy is a condition that interferes with cardiac structure and function. Carpal tunnel syndrome means compression of the median nerve within the carpal tunnel, which is characterized by pain in the wrist and hand. Cataract is a condition where there is loss of transparency of the lens. Chickenpox is an infection caused by varicella zoster virus. Chloasma is a skin pigmentation of the face occurring during pregnancy or with the use of oral contraceptives. Cholestasis means blocking of the bile pathway in the biliary system. Cirrhosis is a chronic condition of the liver that results in degeneration of the lobes and parenchyma and fatty infiltration. Cold sores is an infection caused by herpes simplex virus. Congestive heart failure is a condition where the heart is not pumping efficiently. Conjunctivitis is the inflammation of the conjunctiva. Cushing syndrome is a metabolic disorder caused by excessive exposure to cortisol or corticosteroids. Cystitis means urinary tract bacterial infection. Deep vein thrombosis means thrombus formation in one of the deep veins. Dementia is a progressive organic mental condition characterized by impairment of control of memory, disorientation, and confusion. Dermatitis herpetiformis, it's a chronic condition characterized with severe pruritus and skin lesions. Diabetes mellitus is a condition characterized by disorders in carbohydrate, fat, and protein metabolism, which usually leads to hyperglycemia. Diabetic nephropathy, disorders of the kidney associated with diabetes mellitus. Diabetic neuropathy, sensory and motor disturbances in the peripheral nervous system associated with diabetes mellitus. Diabetic retinopathy, it's the damage in the retinal blood vessels associated with diabetes mellitus. Diuresis means increased production and passage of urine. Dysmenorrhea means painful menstruation. Dyspepsia means epigastric discomfort. Dysphagia means difficulty in swallowing. Dystonia means impairment in muscle tone commonly occurring as excessive tone in the head, neck, and tongue. Ectopic beat means impulse in the heart which does not originate from the sinoatrial node. Eczema means skin dermatitis of unknown etiology. Encephalitis is the inflammation of the brain. Endocarditis means formation of lesions on endocardium and heart valves. Epilepsy means neurological disorders characterized by recurrent occurrences of convulsive seizures and sensory disturbances. Epistaxis means nasal bleeding. Erectile dysfunction means impotence. Euphoria is an intense feeling of well being. Eustachian cataract, it's a blockage of the eustachian tube with discharge. Extrapyramidal effects means involuntary movements, changes in muscle tone, and in body posture. It is one of the main side effects associated with first generation antipsychotics. Then extrasystoles means cardiac contraction resulting from an ectopic beat. Gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD means reflux of the contents of the stomach into the esophagus. Gastroparesis means decreased gastric motility leading to failure of the stomach to empty. Glaucoma means raised intraocular pressure. Gynecomastia means enlargement of one or both breasts in males. Hemolytic disease means increased rate of destruction of erythrocytes resulting in release of hemoglobin. Hemophilia is a bleeding disorder characterized by a deficiency of factors required for blood coagulation. Hemoptysis means coughing blood. Hemorrhage means a large amount of blood loss within a short time span. Hemorrhoids means varicosities in the veins of the hemorrhoidal plexus in the lower rectum and anus. Hemostasis means cessation of bleeding. Head lice is a parasite that attaches to the hair.